how did Hunt Showdown come to be? Like, where'd you get the idea for this game?
Well, obviously we had an old game called Hunt, Heroes of the Gilded Age, but what we wanted to do was a more high-tension gameplay game. And obviously, first person works better in high tension because we want to build a game where you don't really know what's around the corner, and first person fits better for that. Then we also introduced a lot of PvP moments and tried to keep the tension up like that. And on top of this, we in core of our design is high risk, high reward gameplay. So you dress up your guy, the more cooler shit you bring, the better off you are. However, if you die, you're gone forever. So this is a PvP permadeath game.
Right. Why make it a permadeath?
It's simply put, the flag we have in the ground for our game is high tension, right? Permadeath brings that whole feel. Should I go left? Should I go right? My life depends on it. I'm not just gonna run in there and gun. We say reckless players are dead players, right? You need to be careful here.
So something that I noticed about the games, it's set in like the Victorian era, except it's very dirty, while most games are very glamorous. Why'd you go for this really rusty, dirty art style?
Yeah. So, well, obviously, a lot of the other games do this one, right? And I want to create something called like a dark realism here. I want to feel real. I want you to feel like you're in there. You're first person. This is real stuff. This is not some made-up equipment, right? All our equipment is based on a brutal design language. You take a normal weapon, you mount some blades on it, start chopping the zombies, right? This is all about keeping it real and keeping you thinking that this is actually happening, right?
So you talked a little bit about the weapons. What about the enemy design? How do you design enemies to ratchet up the tension and fun to fight?
Well, the challenge the game cast we have is based on an insectoid thing, so they get fused in hell by something from the region and a human being, right? So something you can relate to and something grotesque has happened to them. Then throughout the map, they are placed in a different environment where they challenge you differently, right? We have hellhounds on the fields, we have long-range enemies who makes you think before you go in there. We have area denial characters. They're all there to serve a purpose, like a tactical purpose. Should I go this way or should I go that way? Depending on what I'm hearing, is that a hive? Is that a meathead? I make my choices based on those, right?
So everything in this game is designed around tension. Especially I noticed in the trailer you showed off, the maps look like they're really, really freaky and like make for good encounters. How'd you go about designing these maps for maximum tension?
It's all about creating a world of the unknown here, really. Like it's about the player should always guess what's around the corner, right? So we work a lot with space design of how to block the player's view and make him hear the enemy before he sees them, that kind of stuff. Then of course it's the atmosphere, right? Thicker, darker atmosphere works better. It should feel like an X-File mission where you walk around and it's like, okay, I'm hearing something, I'm seeing something, I don't know what it is, but something is out there. What stuff do I have? What do I think it is? And then I make a choice, right? Wrong choice and you're dead.
One last thing before we wrap up. Is there anything you'd like to share about the game that really sticks out to you?
I think that people who like survival games and the PvP elements in them and the high tension with those games, they're going to like our game. Our game is trying to achieve very much that thing, but in a match-based format.
From what I've seen, it looks like it succeeds. Thank you very much for your time.